In this video, I wanted to describe to you our new database driven scoreboard software and how you can use it on one of our LED screens for any sporting event. So we're just looking here at the moment of the computer desktop. Area here is actually the active area that will be displaying our scoreboard software. So let me bring it up on screen here now, and let me just describe this particular sheet here that you can see on the screen. So player numbers down here, 1 to 11 for soccer, and we've got 3 allocated spaces for the reserve players, and the same down here for the other team. Team name, obviously New Zealand there, and you can Brazil has been entered in here. This area here that's in the blue area would all be reading 0 for each of the digits on each of the columns, obviously at the start of a game. We've entered in some data already. Kevin's been given, or he's won 2 points, Anne's got 2 points, and John's got 1 point. The rest have got 0 at the moment, and there's a few digits in these other columns here that you can see as well. And that's just repeated down on this area. Now this area over here on the left hand side is the area that the LED screen can see. It can't see any of this other area, which allows us this large workspace on the desktop for actually managing the game and still having both our admin preview area here, our clock time here, the ability to change either from a team name or to the time. And let me just do that, and I've just now changed it to read time. This area here would be where we set the time, and we've got a number of ways of actually utilizing time in the software and with our LED screens. And in this particular case here, it's simply going to count down from whatever time is entered. So at the moment we've entered 1 hour, 0 minutes, 0 seconds, and that becomes a very convenient way then of allowing us to have the remaining game time to be displayed on the screen. Let me now go through and describe some of the other options available. If you don't use the timing option, then there's really not a lot you need to consider apart from deciding the player name, team name, and how many points they have won that you would like to display. And that's simply achieved by the drop down menu. It's pulling the data from over here, scroll down to another team name, and scroll to the correct points that have been earned. This area here now would be displayed automatically on the LED screen. The other aspect that we can consider is this here. Now what this allows us to do is to display messages either before, during, or after the game. These messages are all entered into this column here. Now you need to ensure that the mix of the word length and the number of words will not exceed the 2 lines that you could actually display of text in this area here. Now on this particular example, this is equivalent to a 10 mil 1.4 meter wide screen displaying text on 2 lines. So how do we change it? Well, we simply just go into the drop down menu, and I want to give you an example of too much text. So now we go to Welcome to North Harbour Stadium. Obviously too many words. It's now displayed on 3 lines, so one would have to obviously prior to the game come through and delete a word. It's now been deleted up in here. It's a little bit shorter. We can now go through, and you can now see how that's now going to display Welcome to North Harbour. So important aspect there. If I just go down and go through to one that's longer, again, refreshments, long word, available, a long word, through, a long word, and then out of the day, 3 short words. So you can see how on a 10mm 1.4 by 0.48 meter screen, to get a decent size image of the text on that screen, too many words. So something that you need to be aware of and consider, and obviously you would be able to easily test this before you've finalized on your text. But typically you'd want to keep it within this area here. Absolutely.